Welcome back to another episode of That's What She Said. Today is episode 7 of my guest series, and I'm talking to Amanda. Amanda and I went to high school together, and I am so excited to read her cards and see what message spirit and her higher self has for her today. Tarot cards are such a powerful tool for guidance and insight, and a great way to connect with the energy on hand and how best to work with that energy. And we have a lot of energy that we are working with right now. So I am thrilled to share this experience with all of you. And on that note, welcome Amanda to the show. Did you ever think in high school that I would be reading your tarot cards on a podcast?
No, I did not think that. I did not have that on my high school bingo card.
I forgot about those. Whoa.
Yeah.
Um, oh my God. Well, thank you so much. Do
Yeah,
you
my pleasure.
do you have anything specific you want me to read on, or should I just start reading all of the cards that are flying out at me?
Probably just start there. I think 'cause this is the best plan of attack.
I love that. Well, the devil is the very first card to come out. So this is our addictions, our attachments. It's the things that we're around that we start to take on those qualities. So we're jumping right in here. Are you feeling addicted or attached to anything right now?
Oh, I feel like kind of one of the things that I'm trying to do less of is like people pleasing in my business.
Mm,
So maybe that I've been really working on, owning my power, I guess, and having a different narrative with regard to the choices that I make and maybe happening to life versus life happening.
happening. I like that. I like that. So, as we know, the tarot does not sugarcoat anything.
No, never.
So I will say, like, maybe the patriarchy card comes up, the emperor, right? Like, so maybe there could be this, yeah, this kind of like attachment or this, maybe it's like looking at your, I know you mentioned your business. And so I'm thinking about it along with the Ace of Wands, which comes up after the Emperor. And so I'm wondering if this has to do with like new goals that you have moving forward with like the masculine energy in your business, or it could very well just be the Lover's card. So
See some attachment.
there might be some attachment
In
to
that regard.
that, in that energy and to that respect. Okay, so in the vein of the Lovers card and relationships and new goals and attachments and all of those things, where are you holding on to the energy of judgment?
Oh my, coming in hot.
I'm telling you, dude, when we go hot to trot.
I think just like trying to, I don't know, step into my own worthiness, I guess, right? Of like, I kind of deserve to have it all and that I don't really want anything negative around me, especially with kind of the new year coming
Mm,
up, right? Like,
yeah,
I,
new year, new me, right? We all do that.
yeah, well, and just it's a good like reset, I feel like, I don't make resolutions, I make goals. So, I think kind of having my cake and eating it too is part of that for
I
this.
like that. I just did a reading for somebody this week, and it's always so funny to me, like when messages are very similar to people that like do not know each other at all, and the same
Yeah.
like thing was said of, I want my cake to eat and eat it too. And it was like very much like as you should. So as we know that when we're working with energy, right? Like all of tarot cards are energy, relationships are energy, business, like everything has that energetic component to it. And so we can say, I am releasing any doubts around self worth, right? You can write down self worth, any doubts around self worth, burn it, right? So that alchemizes that energy. And then literally go to your local bakery and buy a piece of cake and eat it. Like, so that is like actually solidifying. Like that's a form of magic in itself. And I think that when the Four of Wands comes up, this is something to celebrate. And sometimes we do forget to take time to celebrate the notion that life is happening for us and not to us. So in your business and in your personal goals, are you taking time to celebrate your milestones?
Probably not as much as I should. Yeah, I would say no. No.
So add that to like the top of your list. Like that should be priority number one. Is that, and look at that, your cat comes in.
Yeah.
Like cats bring in higher power, and dogs absorb our energy. So your cat is like, yes, like do this. The Wheel of Fortune is good luck, good karma. And it's so true. Sometimes like life is all about a balance. And we mirror out is what gets mirrored back to us. So if you want happiness, joy, right, healthy relationships, like whatever that is, that's something that we want to mirror back out. But first, these two came flying out. So do you feel like you know what the spiritual teaching was of your previous relationship?
Oh.
Remember, we're not using the video, just the audio. I feel like this, right? Those attachments, those addictions.
Yeah, maybe.
What did you learn? Like, what would you say your biggest lesson for 2024 has been?
Oh my, I don't even know. I think that I know this is gonna be a pop quiz. Um,
Well, can I offer a suggestion from the tarot?
yeah.
Clarity in thinking, clear
I-
communication, boundaries,
Yeah.
ruling, like taking into consideration. So the Queen of Swords is somebody that she's very logical. She takes her heart into consideration, but she really is going to make the most logical decision because that's what's best going to support her. So maybe part of the experience right now is looking at the logical decisions that you've either made or that you've had to make. Does that make sense? Does that help?
Yeah, I think so. And I think I think the start of the year started out really, really, really great. And then like the last while has been
Not great.
harder, we'll say, much harder. So I think, but I've kind of been looking back at like the whole year a little bit, and I feel like, overall it's pretty good. It's a little bit hard here.
Even though it was hard. And one, we can do hard things. I love that podcast. And two, we when things are hard is when we grow, when we change. Like I had this come to me on my walk this morning. I was walking my dog and I got this message of like being uncomfortable, like the feelings that I'm feeling, or like, right. Sometimes we're just in a space of like heavy, yuck,
Yeah.
right? Like, and as much as we'd love to like, oh, I witnessed, I observed the muck, let's move it on out, right? But sometimes we have to like just sit in it and figure out what exactly is it that we're feeling. Like what is the heaviness? What is the muck? What is it? And recently, so on my walk, I had a client that recently passed away. Her energy was like joining me on the walk, and it was really beautiful, and I could see her face. And I was asking her, like, I'm like, wow, what's it like on the other side? Like, I know I get that, I hear it a lot. I get it described through other people. And she was like, did not hold back. She was like, it is the fucking best. Like, it
Mhm.
is like, I mean, and this was someone that like was a young mom. She had two young boys. She had a rare form of cancer. I mean, right? Like, it's a tragedy. It's an awful experience. But what she's showing me is like how amazing and beautiful everything really is, and how all of this is really disillusion, and that like we go there, we transition, and like it just feels so good that we have to counter it to come human and feel like hard things again. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? Like we have to, as souls, have both of those experiences. And I think, and I've read for you obviously before. This card is always coming up, the Chariot. You're a very driven and determined person. You are always gonna get where you need to be. Like it does not matter what forces are going against you. The sphinxes, they're in opposite directions or opposite colors. You get where you're going. And remember, like I'm seeing back to our very first reading and how much your business changed. And do you know what the secret was, Amanda? I'm going to tell you. You filled up your fucking cup so much that you couldn't help but overflow all of that goodness into all the other areas of your life. And I think that's what maybe you're being invited to do right now.
I'm trying. I've been grinding pretty hard. So I am hopeful that will be changing. Maybe the relationship situation may be changing. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Did you learn anything from the relationship that you didn't want?
I think I just want better communication.
Queen of Swords, right? Right. Better communication. So we can have a whole list, right, of that perfect person.
I do have a whole list. I
So
wrote it out.
add on that list.
It's on there, but maybe it needs to be on there again.
Yeah, maybe bold it, highlight it.
Underscore.
Underscore. Yes. The Fool card is like the message is to lighten your load from the past. Yeah, 2024 was a great year. Some of it was hard. You're allowed to leave the hard behind.
I'm working on it. Yeah, I'm clipping hard clients, clipping hard employees. They are not coming with me into the next phase.
That in itself is honoring you.
Yeah.
That in itself, and that energy that you put out is going to reverberate back to you. Now, and it doesn't mean like I'm cutting and slashing all these people. We lovingly let them go.
Yes,
right?
correct.
Lovingly, I hope you find the best thing for you. I know that it's not me.
Yes. Yeah. Or like, I realized that a client was maybe not so in alignment anymore. And like had to write a really hard email this weekend. And, they are not coming with us. And that's okay, right? I did right by the kid. That's all that I can do. That is my client, not parents, not teachers, not anybody else. It is the children who are the clients, right? So I always have to do right by them, and I did. And if they're not in alignment anymore, that's okay.
Mm-hmm. And good job getting that email out before Mercury goes retrograde this week. Don't do anything if you can. I try to like go into a shell from now until December 16th.
I don't know if that's a choice, but I will, do my best.
You could be like a Ninja Turtle and just like pull in your shell every now and then.
Yeah, we'll see.
The opportunities card comes up to you. So opportunities are definitely coming your way. The message with the opportunity cards, as you know, some of these things are gifts, some of them not so much. So just be very aware of what it is you're getting into, especially like if you have to sign any contracts during Mercury retrograde or do any legal, like anything, just make sure it's not that like, oh, don't do it. Just make sure you read it like 3 times. Does that make sense? Like know exactly what you're getting into. The love card comes up, the romance, the charm. Yeah, I know. I love him. The knight in shining armor. I'm just gonna say it, Amanda. I feel it. I know.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
And ready.
I wonder, do you have any travel coming up? I hate to say that it's going to be a long distance relationship, but this is.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah? All right. Or do you are you going anywhere?
No one ideal long distance person in mind. But
Oh.
I'm open to whoever it is.
I love that. I love that. Well, public recognition. So that one have we had any communications with that one knight in shining armor?
Smidge.
Ooh.
So I will take it all day.
Oh, you
I will take it all day because he is the most deliberate person that I know. And
The most what person?
deliberate person that I know.
Okay.
And so
Are you finding either you're going to have to make a decision. Do you know what the decision is yet?
something with regard to
This situation?
that situation,
Okay. Well,
where to live, my business, all the things, I
okay.
bet.
Okay, so with any decisions that you have that you need to make that are coming up, so it sounds like you have quite a few that right, you'll come to a
That I
crossroad.
also have to decide on an office for my business as well.
Moving out of your building or just restructuring what you already have.
All of the above.
Wow.
So I don't know which one, and maybe it's both. I don't know.
So the thing with the Two of Swords is that the pros and the cons are so equal, and that's why the decision is hard, right? Like sometimes we have like a very clear cut, like, do I rob a store or do I pay for my groceries, right? Like, obviously, I know
The
which way.
easy one.
So with this one, the message of when you're making the decision, there's a ton of water in the back of this card. So it's I take this as an invitation that when the head is conflicted, you drop into the heart,
Okay.
like with everything. And there's a really yeah, so our hearts, right? Like we have this aura around us, but our heart space, it's something really good that we can tap into. And you can literally just like bring awareness to like what your heart, your chest feels like, take some deep breaths. And then when you're like, if it's changing your room around, right? You can walk into the room and notice what your chest feels like. Do you lean forward into the room? Do you stay straight or do you go back? Like this is literally dropping into our bodies and using our bodies as a pendulum to make these answers for us. There you could write down the name of a long distance prospect and hold it to your heart and see if you go forward or backwards or stay the same. So it might be an invitation that you all these tough decisions that you have coming up, use your emotions with them, which is funny because the Queen of Swords is very logical.
You don't like
Do you
emotions.
usually make decisions based on your head or your
Yeah.
heart?
I mean, mostly head, I feel.
Oh, head,
Solid.
shoulders, knees, and toes.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
I'm pretty lot like, yeah.
so maybe just try going, like, let your heart be the first one that makes the decision, right? Let it be kind of soft and wet and watery. I feel like you don't need to do this anymore. This is looking over your shoulder. It's kind of seeing what's going to happen next. It's like being resilient. I think you've learned a lot from the energy of resilience. And I think that through the experience of all of those things, maybe even all of 2024, whether you see it or not or feel it, this is balance being restored. And it's actually like this guy is in a state of generosity. Like he can actually give to the people that are kind of in need. He's all about, he has enough to give. It could mean that you also have to give another chance. Oh, shut up, Amanda. Shut your cute little adorable face, the lover's card. So I'm gonna say if that was a decision you had to make, we just made it together. Perfect.
Yeah. I'm just spend my time hoping he comes around. We'll
And he
see.
has a little bit.
A little bit. Not super friendly, but there was a message, and
And I'm gonna take it.
I'm gonna take it because he is the most deliberate person that I know. And you don't, even if you're a little grouchy about it, you don't reach out to someone like that after, a month and a half randomly if it wasn't weighing on your brain, even if you're a little grouchy about the fact that you're messaging because you thought
I'm
you knew better.
right, dude. And sorry, the name Amanda means lovable, and you can't help but love us.
I mean, yeah, like I've known what's gonna happen the whole time. Like, just
And honestly, dude, sometimes that is the hard part is where we sit in a space, we know what's going to happen, and we have to just let the other person or the other events unfold.
Yeah.
And that is a superpower in itself, just to be able to
But
sit there.
from like what you said the last time, right, where I had to like move through the heartbreak and
Hmm.
get to the other side of it. It's like the first day I didn't think of him that he messaged me.
Amanda, we're
So
magical.
I thought that you might appreciate that
I
tidbit.
I gotta say, I really do. Thank you.
Yeah.
See, when I give prescription spell work, I know what I'm talking about. All right, the planning stage comes back again. The plan. So I would be interested to know if part of the plan, you've done the business. You've structured the business, you've grown the business, you've done this with the business. The family could be next. That could be like where, because the 10 of pentacles is the family card. It's also like this guy, this older gentleman on the card, he has kind of created this really nice safety net for the family. And a family can be, these two people and their dogs, right?
Right.
Like what defines family is to the individual
Correct.
groups, right? I think putting the family, right, the couple, the whatever it is, first might be a good idea. I think you might move. I know.
Real red state though these days.
Uh, well, okay, maybe not. I just keep hearing moving. Well, you might actually move your office space, right? Like
I
move to
might
a different.
actually move my office space, yeah. But I am like I'm trying to figure out what to do with the office. Do we stay in our current space? Do we go down the hall? Do we jump ship? Like, what do we do? Do I buy a place? Do I, call in an
I don't know a buy. I
agent?
don't feel like I want you to buy a place.
I don't think I want to do that right now
Okay.
either.
Okay. That
I
one
think
seems okay. You know what you can do, Amanda? The whole
flip a coin.
pendulum thing. Flip a coin. But you can also just like write all of these things down, move down the hall, buy a new place, right? Write each one of these little choices that you have to make on a piece of paper, jumble it all up, like fold them up so you know nothing, put them in a hat, and then hold them to your body and see, like, it's a way for us, and I teach this usually during the beginning of the year with our New Year's resolutions or goals, where you use your body as a pendulum. Like, if I pick up a piece and I instantly go forward, then I'm going to put that one at the top. Like, that is a hard yes. If I pick up another one and I'm like, I'm not really sure, I'm going to put that maybe in like the maybe, slower pile. But this is a way for you to check in with your higher self, basically, because
Okay.
when you're not going to make any wrong decisions. So I think you first have to take that any fear that you're going to make the wrong decision. You're not a Virgo, are you?
No.
Okay. Do you know if you're a Virgo moon or Virgo rising? They're like
No.
terrified of making the wrong decision.
I am Aquarius, but was told one time getting my chart read that maybe more like a Scorpio, just because I'm like on the cusp type situation of something.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
then, which I can see. And then,
Are you a Scorpio
Gemini,
rising?
no, Gemini rising, Pisces moon.
Oh man.
It's
That's a lot of magic and emotions all in one.
it's all yeah, yes, it's a whole thing.
That is a whole kit and caboodle.
It's all on one side of the chart too. It's great.
Oh, lovely. Good night.
Mhm.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
We can see the silver lining in everything. And the Hermit card comes to you and says that, well, it's a card of withdrawal, like, so kind of going within, but it's also this, like, when you make a decision, the next one appears. And I think the decisions that you have to make, first, don't force any of them. If you feel like you have to force a decision on something, then you have to, like, not make that decision.
Okay.
But there's a difference between forcing something and genuinely feeling like, oh my, like, there's like I'm not going to rob a grocery store. You know what I mean? Like, there's like a difference between that forcing and just knowing. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So use those as your gauge. Am I forcing or am I allowing?
So I did like a couple, like knew we were doing this, but I kind of forgot anyway. But and then I don't know. Anyway, I didn't really think about it. But I pulled a couple cards this morning, and I also got the Wheel of Fortune.
You did?
Yeah,
I mean, so many good things are happening.
I hope so.
Get
I'm
into
ready.
receiving mode, please. Bitch, please.
Okay, I'm ready.
Honestly, because it's right. And this week in particular, and I say this week in particular, but I feel like I started feeling this last week. Chiron is doing all sorts of fun things up in the cosmos, so that can come out right now as a wound of self-worth, or dealing with self, like, am I really worthy of this? Have I worked hard enough? Have I? And yes, just get like, yes, yes, yes. You definitely need the kind of wrapping up this is like leaving the past in the past, moving from rough seas to calmer seas. This new way of communicating, which is funny, Gemini, and your work is helping others to communicate, right?
Yep, literally, that is, yeah,
Literally,
that is it.
that is what you do. I think that you have walked the path that your soul has intended you to walk. I think that you've carried a very big burden, or maybe you've just always carried the load. That actually, I feel like just going, I see you as a little kid, like carrying the emotional load, right? You carry the workload, you carry this load, right? Like you're always carrying the load. And I think you can shed that skin and step into like, look at this. These are both endings. Like this is the ending of hard times. And this is like joy, yeah, like happiness, contentment. So I think this gets stayed in the past, and this happiness, this joy, this family, whatever that means, is the focus.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
yeah.
All right, Amanda, thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who tuned in today. I hope that this reading resonated with you and gave you some clarity and insight. And as always, remember that the journey you're on is uniquely yours, and you have everything you need to navigate it. Please feel free to reach out and let us know what you thought about today's episode. And if you'd like a tarot reading with me, either on the show or private, you can message me at amanda@amandabryanTherapy.com. And until next time, that is what she said. Thank you, Amanda.
You're welcome. Thanks so much.